Hey, Sai. Do you want to help me paint?
You go. Now, gently. Oh, well, actually, that's kind of cool. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Cyrus. Digging your tail technique? Oh, you done? All right, I'll take it from here, man. Thanks. Here you go. Buddy, look what we made together. Oh, you like it? I'm proud too. Good boy. Yes, it looks very nice. You should be proud.
Can you make a tomahawk? Yeah. My handle, I'm going to be using some Osage orange. This knot you see right here, my tomahawk blade sits right below it. That's a strong point in the wood. I want to keep that. I'll cut above it, and I'll shape all this out to be my handle. First, I got to make a saw. Saw teeth. Mark out the hole. Now that we're all wrapped up, I'm going to seal up the buckskin with a bit of beeswax. One tomahawk.
Bye.
Leave it to me to wait 4 days before Christmas to start on an oil painting that I'd planned to make as a gift for my grandmother. I wasn't really sure what to get for her because it doesn't seem like she likes a lot of things, but then I remembered she likes my artwork. She used to pull my artwork out of the garbage and then put it on the fridge, you know? And then I remember a couple of weeks ago she saw my self-portrait and she really loved it and she wanted a copy, and I thought, I'll make a portrait of Grandpa for her. Grandpa passed away a couple of years ago from cancer, and all the pictures that she has of him are pretty old, and she doesn't have any really good color photos of him, so I figured I'd get on that. Painting this was surprisingly difficult, but also very therapeutic in a way. The picture that I ended up using as reference was taken while he was sick, and I subconsciously found myself changing it in certain ways. Things like filling in his cheekbones and adding a little bit more color to his face. They're really small changes overall, but they made it feel a little bit more like him. I'm also painting my mother something for Christmas, but she has a TikTok and she follows me, so I can't show you what it is. And there's the final product. Not bad for my 4th portrait ever.
You want to know who I think is so slept on? TikTok artists. I'll be scrolling through my For You page and come across somebody making an absolute masterpiece. But then I'll also see that video didn't get nearly as enough love as the next one of the shirtless boy doing nothing. I don't want to see that shit. I like to see things that exemplify talent and skill. So all my TikTok artists out there,
Today I'll be showing you exactly how I became a really good artist. So I started out by finding pictures that had a lot of value and tracing them. I then went on and colored the entire picture so I would have a base, and then I used a cotton ball to blend. This is what it looked like after. I then went on and looked at all the shadows that I see and started coloring those in. It doesn't really matter if it's neat or not, as long as it's laid in the right place. Do not use the tip of your pencil to shade, use the side. I then went on and blended out the shadows as well. I repeated the process several more times to add more dimension to my drawing. Notice where the highlights are, they're usually focused around the nose, lips, and eyes. I used the kneaded eraser to erase the lightest parts of the face. You can also use a regular eraser, but I couldn't find one, so I just used that one. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram, I'll answer them. Also, don't forget to like and follow for more.
Paint one side pink, then the other blue. Shade them together. Spray paint a yellow circle on the pink side. Then you're going to grab your white and do the same. Now add some face features on the moon, then do the same with the sun. Now add some clouds and some stars. Now grab a skinny long brush and outline. Add some more faces to some of the clouds. Grab your Posca markers and make some little designs or add some dots to flow with the stars. Now flick that wrist for them lashes. All done.
So a lot of you guys asked me to draw a character with curly hair, so I figured I'd give you a little tutorial. So first things first, you want to really quickly throw in your hair shape. Don't think about this too much, it could be really light and loose. Then to get the hairline right, all you got to do is throw in these shapes. I like to think of them as slinkies. But you're just gonna keep layering these on top of each other until you get something that looks a little bit like this. And then using a really light hand, we're just gonna shade in our entire shape. And don't worry too much about these lines going in the same direction. They can go this way, that way, the other way. I really think the messier the better. Then coming out from our darkest areas, we're gonna shade using that slinky or S shape. And don't be afraid to be a little loose and mix up this shape as you go. I think this is my favorite step. It's a little tedious, but you wanna keep going until you bring out these shapes all the way to the edges of your hair. And then once you reach the edge, you wanna complete those shapes to a little point at the end. And I got a little carried away here and decided I wanted to add a lot more curls, so I went ahead and did that. But the only other thing you have to do to finish this up is define your edges, add a couple flyaways, and you're done. So hopefully this helped you guys. If this looks like you, please duet me. I would love to see.
Hi, today I'm crushing up the shade Artistry from the James Charles palette to make watercolor paint out of. This series has brought a lot of attention to my TikTok page really fast. James Charles himself has even seen one of these videos, which kind of blows my mind. But I would like to clear up a few questions and misconceptions I'm getting about this series. I make these videos making eyeshadow into watercolor paint mainly to recycle expired or old makeup. I really hate seeing someone throw in an eyeshadow palette that has so much pigment left in it. So when my friend's James Charles palette expired and she wanted to get a new one, she offered me this one so I could reuse all the eyeshadow in it. So that way the pigment wouldn't go to waste. I don't make paint out of new eyeshadows just because I find it wasteful. But anyways, thank you guys so much for supporting this series.
How to draw a realistic bevel. First, you need some black paper and a white pencil. Next, draw a circle and outline it in white. Also, the paper needs to be black, otherwise the bubble will not look clear. Next, draw these two rectangular shapes opposite each other and then fill it in with an ombre effect from white to the darkest color. These colors don't matter too much. I decided to go with blue and yellow. Next, lightly go around the edges and shade with colors yellow, orange, and red. Next, just go around the edges and add some random shapes that go along with the bubble's circular shape, just so that it adds detail. Lastly, add in some little highlights. Then add in some sparkles here and here, and then you're done.
Shit's about to...
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Since we are officially in spooky season, I decided it was high time to do a Halloween-themed painting. This one posed a bit of a challenge because I wanted to do a glowing effect, so I actually used white acrylic paint and blended it out with water. Let me know what you guys think of it down below.
Hey guys, let's have some fun today and attempt the grayscale challenge. Basically, you can draw anything you like. I've drawn this little witch, then head to settings and turn off color filters. Now that your iPad screen's black and white, you won't be able to tell what color you're using. For the skin color, choose a random lighter shade of the color wheel, then choose a darker shade to create the shadows of the face. Now select a random color for the highlights and another for the hair. Add in your final details and turn off color filters. Here's the final piece.
Guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air."
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did it.
Mr. Sandman, paint me a dream. Make her the cutest that I've ever seen.
Welcome to me struggling with a new art style.
I'm trying Afro art today for my best friend's 22nd birthday. This is me struggling to make and blend the skin tone. A while back, my friend actually did suggest to me, you should try Afro art, and I was like, I don't know. It's not really my thing, but I was actually saving it for her birthday that was coming up in just a few months. I actually made quite a few mistakes on this. Thank God they're not too noticeable. Ooh, this was my favorite part, putting these little flyaway hairs. I added the little stars and I was like, this painting will be perfect for a coat of resin. Then I left a little message on the back for my bestie. I'm gonna make a second video with the final result.
I was 21 when I found out I was pregnant with twin girls. My sister is 28 and has had 14 miscarriages. She's only had one successful pregnancy, which resulted in my 4-year-old niece. I'm not against having kids, but I definitely wanted to wait until I graduated with my degree and I was married to my significant other. From the start, my mom has been saying I should give my babies to my sister since she deserves them more than I do. And my sister completely agrees. I told them hell no, and my mom calls me a selfish bitch. Throughout my pregnancy, my sister has been begging me to give her at least one baby since I'm having 2. The last time I saw her, we were having lunch and she started babbling about keeping one of my babies, so I paid for my meal and left and haven't seen any of them since then. After I have my girls, I log on to Facebook to hundreds of threatening messages from my family and friends about how I stole my sister's babies and ruined her life. She posted a picture of her nursery that she had for my babies. There's so many posts about how generous I am for going through the pregnancy and giving my sister the babies. She told everyone I was giving her my babies, and she has my pictures of them in the NICU saying
As